I'm so dang excited for this topic. I love this topic so much. When I read this, it fired me up. I found this article on Forbes, and not very many people have seen it. Not very many people have seemed to notice it. But the article is by a guy named, I'm going to get his name right, Anthony Witrato. And I want to give Anthony props because he had this great idea that is 1,000% worth repeating. His article is titled, "The MLB should use mics to market players and broaden its audience." And Anthony had two main ideas I want to share, and then I want to add some of my own thoughts to his two main points. So the article documents how during a spring training game, the MLB and ESPN mic'd up players, Anthony Rizzo and Chris Bryant. And there were a couple funny moments where Anthony Rizzo did things like he kind of made fun of the Houston Astros and their cheating scandal. He sang some Selena Gomez lyrics. It was really fun. I enjoyed it. Now, Anthony Witrato, the guy who wrote the article's best idea, was that miking up players would suddenly make the slow pace of baseball way more interesting. And I totally agree. He's very much right. And so Anthony Witrato's idea got my imagination going. Here are some of my thoughts. I mean, look, yes, it would be amazing to have the strategic conversations in baseball mic'd up. I mean, imagine like a pitcher and a catcher have a meeting at the mound. They're like, how do we deal with this batter? They have their gloves over their face. When you get to hear all of it, that'd be incredible. If that's what this turns into, oh my goodness, I would love it. But also, I want you to think about this. What is baseball to you and me? I played baseball as a kid. Really fun. Played with my friends. And baseball was not just a game. It was an entire experience. It was not just about, fielding and hitting and running bases and, pitching. It was about the overall experience of the game. It was funny side conversations. It was pranks in the dugout. It was sometimes the raw emotion of a home run or a strikeout or this or that. That's baseball to me. And I want all of that mic'd up. I mean, all of those little great moments are what makes baseball so great. I mean, that's why I love John Boy's channel, John Boy Media. I think Jimmy O'Brien is his name. He does a great job. I love that YouTube channel. And the reason why John Boy's YouTube channel is so great is because he highlights all the little narratives that happen during a baseball game. Things that, if you're not paying extremely close attention, you might miss. And I really believe, man, the MLB, please, they need to embrace drama. They need to embrace fun, the fun side of baseball. And let's be honest, sports on television are not just a game. Sports are a television show. They're for entertainment. And that's what the NFL and the NBA understand that Major League Baseball does not seem to get yet, is that it's entertainment. It's a television show. You need personality. You need flair. You want guys hitting home runs and doing bat flips. You want guys celebrating. That makes the game fun. Personality, emotion, it matters. Now, there's another point that Anthony Witrato, the guy who wrote the article, highlighted, and I want to really talk about that briefly. Here's what he said. He said in the article, he talked about how it will be tough to convince players that being mic'd up is a good thing. Here's my thinking on all of that. Here's what my thoughts are. Some players who embrace social media will love the idea of getting mic'd up. They'll be like, oh, we get microphones on us? Oh, yeah, let's do it. That'd be great. But then some guys will shy away from the idea and the publicity and the attention that it would bring. Now, I think that money is a great incentive. You got to also remember that the MLB collective bargaining agreement expires in December 2021, so we'll have a new CBA for the MLB in 2022. This whole idea could be part of the new deal, this having players mic'd up, and they could use financial incentives to persuade players this is a good idea. Maybe, I don't know, you give them more revenue from the gigantic piece of the pie. Maybe you have, if you have a mic, you get more money. I don't know. But you would have to have something that teams wouldn't go, like some NFL teams would go, or some Major League Baseball teams would say, oh, we don't want our players mic'd up. You don't want that to be a possibility. You want players to have agency over their ability to be mic'd up. If players want to be mic'd up, you don't want their MLB team to say, you can't do that. But the XFL, the recent football league that happened this spring, the XFL is a perfect example of how this can be used very, very effectively, having players mic'd up. They recorded everything in that league. And nothing bad happened. There was no crazy, horrible story. Can you believe the conversation they caught here? That didn't happen. What having players mic'd up helped players gain popularity. And eventually, let's be honest, the players relaxed. They forgot they were even mic'd up. They just played the game of football. In the XFL, when guys were mic'd up, they got so into the game, they just were like, let's do our thing. They just totally forgot about it. It's the same in baseball. You'll get so into the game, you'll just go back to being yourself. And television has really strict rules about language. The dirty jokes, the other stuff that would make a player look bad, it's not going to be aired on television, and it's not even possible. And look, if having players mic'd up was a new thing, then I would understand anybody's hesitation. You know, if people were like, we've never had players mic'd up, why should baseball do that? But that's not the case. The NFL has had players mic'd up for years and years and years. Why can't baseball do that? They should. It's time for the MLB to join the party. Now, the MLB could and probably should screen everything. They would only air the positive moments, the things that would make their league look good. Great, I like that. They're not going to be looking for gotcha moments. The MLB is not going to be trying to make their players look bad. That's not at all what would happen here. But they could share the positive moments, the excitement, have those moments mic'd up and shared to the public. That would be awesome. And I'm telling you, man, there's so much possibility here. Whether it's conversations in the dugout or singing or fun moments. And really, I'm telling you, the moment I really want, Game 7 of the World Series, bottom of the ninth, 2 outs, bases loaded, I'm meeting at the pitcher's mound. Hey, glove over the face. How do we deal with this batter? What do we do here? What's the I want to hear the strategic conversation. That would be so cool. I would love it. I mean, doing that would get me to watch baseball on television. Do that, get the players mic'd up. I'm all in. I will watch baseball on TV because for me, there's so much dead air time in baseball. There is a lot of, it's announcers that are old talking about crap I don't care about. If you instituted having players mic'd up, instantly it's way more entertaining. I would love to see that happen. For me, a guy who loves sports, who's not a giant baseball fan, look, that's not true. I love the sport of baseball. I don't love Major League Baseball. I like playing baseball. I loved it as a kid. I like going to baseball games. That's really fun. But for me, the television experience hasn't ever been, other than the playoffs, it's just not been that engaging to me. This is a great sell to get someone like me invested in watching TV. This is how you grow your market. I have never wanted baseball to make a change now more than ever, and I do now. I really so badly want to see Major League Baseball mic up a bunch of their players. I would love that. I want to give a shout out to the Forbes writer, Anthony Witrato. I know nothing about the guy, but his article gave me so many ideas, and I'm telling you guys, I so badly want to see Major League Baseball mic up their players. I would love that. That would be awesome. Please, can we have that happen? In case you don't know, Strong Opinion Sports is not just a YouTube channel. It is also a full audio podcast. You can find it on Spotify, on iTunes, on Google Play, pretty much everywhere you find podcasts. And if you like podcasts, please do me a huge favor and give it a listen.